Okay. All right. Kira is dealing with some snake things, so or snings, and so We're gonna try and. Damn it, Emily. Um, oh, I've got the giggles now.
I didn't even hear, but I can imagine.
Emily is giggling behind me and it's making me giggle. So let me go. So yeah, we've got this information. The three of you are like huddled in this service tunnel with like big metal doors at either end, and then like lines going down the tunnel. The wind from the weather outside with the like snow blowing past is like it's like making a big low like whistle through the hole that got cut in the side of the tunnel. And outside, a bear is just like lowing sadly, being like, "I don't understand. What's going on?"
Yeah, all right, rub it in. I'm sorry about the bear. All right,
look, it's fine. You do what you want. I'm not trying to make you feel sad. It's my job as the GM to portray the world. And if you rewire a bear's central nervous system, like maybe it's not making sad lowing noises. Maybe he doesn't know how to do that anymore. I don't know.
What Ash is saying is, you did this to yourself.
Like. We have the ability to do horrific things, and sometimes we need to do them. But yeah, so the sound of the like, those two sounds are making this weird like, hollow, moaning noise on like coming in through the thing. What's the plan? Do we want to like go back and regroup, or are we going to try and like do anything else here? What's the go?
I feel like we don't necessarily have any easier access to where Cora is from here than we would going back to the city.
Mm-hmm.
But this also does seem like a rich vein of data that we could theoretically tap. So
that certainly it sounds like a thing.
Yeah, so I mean, I assume then that Anisian has like shared the data that they got initially. So yeah, I think Violet's just going to be like, well, while we're here, is there anything else you have access to?
Anisian has access to homunculi. I wonder if they can hack some kind of creature that I'm guessing.
Is that digital homunculi?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. So that's like AIs and
some kind
things
of,
like that.
Yeah, some kind of AI or maybe a service robot or something like that is being used in the dome by. It's not. That's the other one.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Maybe they have like a service raccoon or something.
You want to try and like see if you can get access to that.
Yeah. So we can have a look around using the homunculi, whichever kind of AI it is.
Yeah. That sounds like
I wonder if maybe there's. I want to say that Anisha necessarily can't target a particular homunculi and kind of puts out feelers for like whatever AIs and robots and service drones and stuff exist in the dome.
Yeah, right. You want to try and
see which one they can grab hold of so that they can that we can physically take a look around the space and have eyes in there.
Cool. Sounds good. Yeah. Do you wanna? So, if you're trying to find an existing like AI or homunculus, that like is already there, but you're not specifically trying to find one to start with. You're just trying to see if you can like.
Yeah. So I think maybe.
What action do you feel like you're doing, and what outcome do you want?
I think I'm probably tinkering. It's just that which service like which AI or service drone or whatever I grab hold of, I don't necessarily have control of. But when I do grab one digitally, that I tinker them in order to have access to their senses.
Yep, sounds good.
And direction.
Yep, that makes sense to me.
The way,
Cool.
the way they move.
Um,
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Let's so I think this has moved on to risky now because you're spending a longer time in the data stream and there's more chance of getting of like leaving traces, people noticing that you're there, things like that. And I think it's probably limited in that you like we said, you don't know what is there specifically, but you'll be able to hook into something. And you're using one of your, you get one bonus dice for using one of your spheres. Do we have any other feelings about like preparation or help or things like that?
Let's see. So we're risky limited.
Yeah, risky limited to start with.
Yeah, I don't think I can really do much to help with this, so I'll just keep watch.
I wonder if I can control position for effect in that I spot a particularly high level AI and go for that.
You want to go for like something like really serious? So
Yeah.
that's like, so you're trying to get desperate standard out of this?
Yeah.
All right, so you're going. So in that case, we're specifically targeting like things that have access to secure areas and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Exactly.
All right, sounds good to me.
All right. Desperate standard with one bonus die and tinker. Let's do this. 6.
Nice!
What?
This is unreasonable. Too many
We're
successes.
doing so well.
Yeah, you're doing
Take
real
that,
well. Good job. So yeah,
corporations.
I think in that case, yeah, you managed to find like access to a security drone. So like it's a quadcopter with it's a quadcopter with like a camera, a speaker, and a gun. And yeah, it's just doing its rounds, circling through. So the dome is like a large central area of the city in that it is it's a controlled garden-like environment, and with blue skies and clouds projected onto the glass of the roof of the dome, and big laneways with big promenades with grasses and trees and all these sorts of things. And so yeah, you get a hold of a security drone that flies around and makes little bird noises so that no one pays attention to the drone with the gun. But yeah, and like you know where the hotel that Cora is being held in is, and and you have access to this, to like the controls of this thing. There are people like strolling down the fucking promenade with in like fancy dresses and things like that, like arm in arm. There's someone playing music in a bandstand and all of those sorts of things. It's very idyllic. And you have a robot with a gun. What do you want to do with that?
Yay! My favorite.
Hello.
Hi, welcome back.
Hi.
Thank you.
We have hacked a security drone with a gun critically in the dome to take a look around and see what we can find. And we know where Cora is.
We know which building she's in. Yeah,
Which
it is
building
a
she's at.
it's a like a peach. It's a peach. Like pretty up and down square, sort of thing. It's kind of modeled after a smaller Empire State Building, but in like softer tones, and like you can see that like all of the windows are like quite thin slit windows, presumably like to protect the security of people inside, but also so that no one could fit through them. And yeah, it has it has like armed guards at every entrance, who are like dressed in like quite nice, like powder blue suits, and then holding like big guns, and like standing at every entrance, and like some of them are like beyond like regular human levels of like massively jacked. Like at the main entrance, like one of the dudes is clearly like a troll, like just like wielding a semi-automatic machine gun. So, but yeah, like all of the other buildings have these same kind of like soft tones around them, and like yeah, it's a very much a like peaceful scene.
Okay. So we're trying to get in this building. Is that?
I mean, we currently Anishan just has access. Is currently looking around through a drone that they've hacked into.
Okay.
It is a quadcopter that makes bird noises to make it less threatening, because it's also got an SMG attached to it.
Cool.
So I'm guessing I have full control of it. So
you can move it around, yeah.
Yeah, do the security drones have access to the interior of the building? Is there a security drone access point?
That sounds like you would be trying to find one.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel like if you want to try and make your way, there isn't anything obvious. But like that's because it's a highly secure building. Like all of the other buildings like tend to have pretty obvious like drone access. But I think for a building that's as secure as the Bolt Hole, I think that's a different issue. So yeah, if you
would the drone have this information within it? Like would it, since it's a security drone?
I mean, so you currently only have access to like its movement and vision, so you could try and like find out, try and research inside it.
Okay, yeah, see if I can access it, since I've got vaults in my digital sphere, like access its data stores.
Yeah, that sounds like a thing, and how to like access the security protocols of the building.
Yeah.
Yep, sounds good.
Cool.
What are you using?
I am using study with my digital sphere.
Sounds good.
Cool. What's my position and effect?
I think this is controlled, and I think it's controlled standard.
Okay. I'm good with that. 6.
God damn!
I am, yeah.
You're killing it. Awesome. So yeah, like you find the security protocols for the building. You can just buzz your way in and go through, enter the building and like have a look around. Inside is all red carpets, and stark white walls, gold fittings on all of the things, and then really heavy locks on all of the doors and all of those sorts of things. The main atrium of the hotel inside has a piano and singer performing just casually, and there are people coming and going. It has a bit of a feel of a regular hotel, apart from the fact that there are heavily armed guards and there are really heavy locks and security cameras everywhere. Yeah. So what's the plan? The receptionist absolutely looks up with why is there one of those outside security drones in here?
Was the polar bear incident nearby here, or have we wandered pretty far?
So we're currently like combing across a fair distance, but like not so far that you couldn't like it. It would probably take you about 20 minutes to get from here to the get from here.
Sorry, I will be right back.
Oh, sure.
It would probably take about 20 minutes to get from here to the dome.
Could I like manufacture a fake emergency in the polar bear? Like let the security guards know, like, hey, we saw the site, or would that be like weird to tell them? I'm sure, because I wanna like basically hack into a the security guard comms devices. So I want to like get close, find an excuse to talk to one of them.
So do we want to like? So y'all are currently in a service tunnel. Do we want to try and get closer to the dome and like?
Because we're just looking through the drone.
Yeah, we're looking through the drone at the moment. Do we want to like close that distance though? Because this is absolutely a thing, right? Like that's what I'm saying. Is like you can have been while Anishan's been doing this hacking work, you can have been like closing the physical distance in the background.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll do that.
Okay, I will go with you then, so the two of us can start to get closer.
Sounds good.
Yeah, cool, awesome. So you'll like head back outside and then like make your way back through your like secret hacker routes through the back into like the city main, and like do you just like hoof it on foot, or do you have some other like way of getting from getting to the dome? Is there like are we just running?
I could call my contact to give us a ride.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah, please do that. I don't want to walk. The streets were pretty crowded, I think, or not like crowded, but there were people out and about.
The streets that aren't in the dome are pretty crowded, right? Like
yeah, and I don't want to deal with that. So if we can be in a contained environment to get there, then that's a lot better for me.
Then you can get picked up from. Ray, they're just while you've been doing the hacking, they are in the background, moving themselves physically closer into the dome, so that you can use the drone, and then they can be doing things in person.
Okay, so I'm staying in the pipe.
For the moment, at least.
Okay, with the polar bear.
The polar bear is a pretty neutralized threat.
I really hope that lasts.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how long it takes to work out how to do things again. If you keep rolling sixes, everything will be fine.
Well, I don't know if I can do anything to a all organic polar bear. That's the problem.
Well, you could punch it. I
am small. I am very small and very fragile.
So yeah, we. What does it look like when you get your? Do we have a name for our quadcopter pilot, or should I roll one?
Roll one.
Sure. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, Pyre turns to Violet and says, "It's been a while since I've called them. This might be a little awkward. I don't really know how we stand, like since we broke up."
Let's find out.
That's what she says to Violet. But I'm assuming, is Violet not a fan of walking either?
Violet is not a fan of being in groups of people.
Gotcha.
So.
Alright, so Warbot is the our pilot's like handle, and yeah, you get on the phone. And they're like, and they're like, Warbot here. What can I do for you? Oh my god, it's you.
Hey, this isn't personal. It's just like a favor for a ride.
Yeah. Favors are personal, Pyre. That's how they work. You know how that's how that works, right? Like when I do something for you, and then like maybe we'll garner a bit of like maybe you would want to do something for me back.
It could be like a professional exchange of like activities, right? Like, or I can owe you like 5 credits when I get 5 credits, which will probably take longer than me returning the favor to you.
Yeah, because you return favors so quickly.
Okay, all right, that's fair. I'm gonna take that one, and I swear I will return this favor to you.
Is there a reason that you're calling me at this hour?
I prefer to like not to say on unprotected comms, but I can tell you when you pick us up.
All right, sure. Where am I picking you up from? Because it sounds like you're in the ocean.
We are in a duct. The southwest ducts, you know, kind of near blah.
Yeah, and you like ping them your location. It's like, all right, well, this sounds like there's going to be a story attached, so I'm happy to come and take a picture of you in a frozen hellscape and pick you up with a quadcopter.
Cool.
Just look for the polar bear.
Yeah, Violet says just look for the polar bear, because there is one here.
And you want me to land there?
It's sleeping right now.
And it's going to stay sleeping?
Yeah, I think she's settled in for the night.
All right. Cool. Well, I'll be there in a minute.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, right. So yeah, Warbot rocks up. She's like what, 3.5 feet tall. They're 3.5 feet tall. And yeah,
cool.
Aviators, and like big, like bomber jacket with like the fur collar and the like leather bomber jacket. And yeah, they like land this weird. So like, what does this quadcopter look like? Is it like a helicopter with like a cabin? Is that?
Yeah. Well, I'm imagining it more like this like round thing, like a
Jetsons car?
Yeah, or like a mini for some reason. I don't know why I'm picturing that.
It's a flying Mini Cooper S.
It feels very like future chic but fun.
Oh right, yep. Cool.
Like not too cool, not like rough edges.
Yeah. Nah, awesome. So yeah, like it takes a while for this thing to arrive because it's got to like because Warbot has to try and like navigate through security because that like they have a limit, like they're not supposed to have this thing in the first place. But yeah, they arrive and give you give you a lift without much trouble. Cool. To like the docking station outside of the dome. Cool. So yeah, the dome. So like the dome is is absolutely the most like Disney Magic Kingdom part of the entire island. It's the section with like ye olde style like Tudor style buildings along like roads and things. Everything is like as quaint as humanly possible, while also being inside an atmosphere controlled environment where there's like a constant like smell of ozone, just a little bit. But yeah, you get like dropped off and like I assume you all have like papers for being citizens, right?
Oh, totally. Or like fake ones. Because I don't know how like undercover on the run we are, or if we're just like not mentionable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if people don't care, or if we're fugitives.
I think I'm definitely on some lists, so I probably have like fake identity stuff.
So yeah, like if you're whenever you're landing at at like a pad like this one, there's gonna be people being like checking papers before they let you into the dome. What do you want to do about that?
Well, do you have fake papers, Violet, already?
I don't know that I do. I don't think I usually come to places like this. I usually stick around in like the poor areas, being a back alley doctor.
Yeah,
so.
you in the dome would look like a fucking Kingdom Hearts cosplay, right? Like,
Yeah. Also, I look ridiculous. So,
I mean, comparatively, though, do you?
all of the people here seem to have like I think like a lot of the people here seem to have like 1920s seems to be like the like major influence on the fashion. So lots of like long skirts and sleeves and things, and like pastels and all of those sorts of things. So like it's very Mary Poppins inside.
Weird.
I think if I focus really hard, I can get my glitch skin to project particular images briefly.
Yeah,
but it really sucks doing it. So
okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Cool.
Sounds like there's a role in here somewhere to like get past the like the it's regular security, like it's like, you know, bored TSA agents, right? Like
I think my play is to try and sneak past. I might even try and like camouflage myself and find just like a side way around. Just like get up against the wall and just like sidle right behind them, hoping that I can camouflage myself long enough to.
Sure. I mean, that sounds like you're scrambling.
Yep, which I have no points in, so that's good.
That's fine. You can like you can get bonus dice from other places.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think you could distract them? Because that would be helpful.
Yeah, I'll distract. Or did you mean Ray would distract?
No, well, I don't think Anishin's here.
Yeah,
so...
Anishin's not here, but Anishin has control of the drone, but the drone is inside. Is in a hotel.
True.
Okay, cool. I'll help distract. Is that like a helping move?
Skulk is good point, Ray. It could be Skulk as well.
Either way, I have no points. So
I believe in you. Fail spectacular. It's more fun to fail.
That is extremely true. Okay, well, maybe you should try and get through first, and then I'll see how that goes to see what I do around that.
Cool. Well, if you're not going to run and hide, I was going to try and procure I don't know, like I had like a blank card or something that I hold out, but I will actually like go into their mind with my mind magic and make them see whatever will convince them.
Oh yeah, okay. Just psychic paper. Can you put double credentials on that paper, or?
I don't know if that is how thought works, but would that be? Is that? Under like the thought magic realm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
I think Doctor Who did this. Doctor Who.
Oh, really?
Like piece of paper.
Yeah, this is psychic paper.
Yeah.
This is 100% how that fucker gets in and out of places. This is extremely good.
Is the name of the thing that he does?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't watched much Doctor Who. Okay, cool. I'm Doctor Who now. I'm doing that thing.
Yep. All right, so we're going to psychic paper. Thought is this is absolutely what you would use thought for. So let me.
It sounds like a consort plus mystical work, right? I guess that could be a sway plus mystical work.
Yeah, like so consort is the action of closing the gap between yourself and another person, befriending, socializing, listening, and carousing. Mm-hmm. Swaying is changing something's behavior, something or someone's behavior. Getting them to do something.
I'm changing their perception. So
yeah, right, yeah. So you want them to like be like, oh, I know you.
It feels like consorting in that way because I feel like I'm being friendly.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah, so you want them to be like, oh, my good friend, such and such.
Yeah, or even just like, oh, I've seen you here before.
Yep, sounds good. Yeah, you're a regular. Yep, cool, sounds good to me. That sounds like consort.
So so I click on consort and
click on consort.
Okay.
This sounds like, so you're trying to get both of you through on the same piece of paper?
Yeah, is this risky?
Sounds risky, and
the effect is
I think it's standard. It's possible to have a piece of paper for two people. If it weren't, then it would be so limited and you would only get one of you through.
Or we could each hold one or whatever, however it works. Okay, standard. And do I get bonus dice for the mystical work?
Yes, you get one bonus dice for mystical work. And so the way that bonus dice work is if you're prepared for a situation, right? It's same as having advantage in Dungeons and Dragons, right? If you're like set up in some way. I know it's yeah. But like if you're set up in some way, like by another role or by having the right gear or all those sorts of things. Actually, that's a good point. So this piece of paper that you have, is that it's psychic paper, we're assuming?
It's mystical paper. I use it for these kinds of things.
Cool.
It's like we need documents or...
Yep. Yeah. So to have that piece of gear, we need to spend some of our crew resource.
Okay.
Which is... it's gear, so it's using up some of our cash.
Okay. If everyone's okay with that.
Yeah, this seems like because we'll continue to have this, right? This will be a thing.
Yeah, until the end of the mission. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Cool.
We do not have very much cash.
That's okay.
So this isn't a thing that would be provided by any of our existing contacts. Okay. So because you'll be getting it from just like some random member of your community. We'd be getting it it'll cost us 2 cash. So I'll drop us 2 cash, and that means that you're prepared. You have gear that is preparing you, so that's an extra bonus dice.
Cool. I hope this works. So still just +1 for that.
+2. So you've got 2 bonus dice now, because you've got 1 for the being prepared because you have gear, and 1 for your mystical work.
Okay. And like it's one for each type of magic, right?
Yes. Yeah.
How that works, just for the future.
Yeah. So if you were, for instance, nice, excellent.
I did okay.
You succeeded.
Another 6.
Yeah, we're
damn.
6.
So yeah, we like the woman that is like guarding the checkpoint. She waves you through without being like, oh yeah, like I know you. What does it look like when you do, like, what do we see of your like manipulation here?
What does Pyre do? She probably does something like physical with the paper, like she's probably like hold it in her hands and like warm it as though it's like a small flame in the palm of her hands. And then kind of hold it out. Like she'll do that in the helicopter, and then as they're like getting out, she'll just kind of like flash it at the people who are there, and be like walking like cool, like we belong here, no question, and maybe like walking slightly ahead of and in front of Vision.
What does Vision look like in this situation?
I think Vision is walking extremely stiffly and is trying to like project the vague image of a like Victorian like bystander, just like very like muted browns and I think just like a long brown coat, maybe a waistcoat that is just kind of being projected over the robes that like
right.
You would, if you looked too hard, you'd be like, this is some bullshit, but no one has a reason to look hard.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
there's also it's just like super tense. Like, this is so hard to do. Please don't get us like stuck here, because I will drop this in like 20 seconds.
Pyre will, because you put up that those clothes, Pyre will actually like loop an arm into your, as though we're together. Like, I'm dressed weird, but you're dressed normal, so this is fine. We're together, obviously.
Yeah. Violet will like noticeably flinch when you do that, but like hold it together along with everything else and just keep stiffly walking forward.
Cool.
Yeah, right, cool. I was gonna say, like, do we impose a, like, if we hadn't already rolled it, I would have imposed a dice penalty for the hard limit. And be like, because you're like, but yeah. So yeah, this like security guard, with her like comm choker is like, yeah, she waves you through, and yeah, you enter into the weird Mary Poppins slash Wizard of Oz style. Like, all of the trees and grass are like, yeah, very green. The sky is blue with like Simpsons clouds projected onto it, and yeah, everyone, all of the fashion seems to be like quite like ye olde, but then like it'll be like someone's got like a hoop skirt with a bustle and things, and then just like the like front of their like corset will be like see-through latex and things like that. It's mimicking like, yeah, old fashions, and then being like, yeah, but also like cool cyberpunk, like all of the fashion is based around this idea of like allusions to like hiding one's body, but then like giving really explicit like glimpses of it, and so like, you know, the people have like backless, they'll be wearing like 3-piece suits, but like but it'll be backless and things like that. So yeah, and lots of I
imagine like cutouts, like,
yeah,
like underboob cutouts,
yeah, exactly,
like weird things that we're not used to now, where like we've got cleavage. It's like the opposite. It's
yeah,
like
they're like
side boob cutouts.
Yeah, check out my side boob. And like, yeah, and like all of the lace is made out of like is from that like LED wire that has all been like woven into lace, so like it kind of scintillates. But yeah, and like I think it takes a moment for, I think it's probably Vision that notices this at first. Like, you're like, oh, a bird, and then your brain goes, that's not a bird. That's just that's a security drone with a big gun that your brain that has like emitting a specific like thing that like where your brain's like reinterpreted it as a bird.
I hate this. This sucks.
There's a centaur
in a good way.
Just hanging out. He's reading poetry on like a green. Yeah. Welcome to the Dome. Do we want to take a break there? Like a little earlier than we would have, but I feel like that's a good point. Like the two of you entering into the Dome, and Ray's and Anishan's like moment of like entering into the drone has entered into the hotel, and it's getting like some like suspicious looks of like, why is there an aerial drone inside a hotel?
Frantically chirping at the receptionist.
Just being like, all right, cool. Okay, we'll take our break there, and then we can come back and like work out what happens next. We're back in a minute.